Sam, Boise State now, sitting there at 15th in the polls now and stuff like that. I know you guys don't try to pay attention to it, but sometimes you can't avoid it. How do you guys try to handle that, knowing that that's out there, but also focusing on the task at hand?
Yeah, I think with social media, you see it pop up, but it's kind of up to you if you really think about and look into it. I know that one of the things I love about our program and the players that we have, coaches, everybody, no one cares about that at all. It's great for fans and people looking in, and people who like college football love the rankings and everything and love to see their team doing good. But as for us, we see each week as 1-0, and the only team that matters right now is Colorado State. And it's nice that everybody keeps the focus on that and nobody really looks at our ranking or anything.
Is it cool though? You are getting some national attention. You go from 3 weeks ago not even being ranked, now you're a top 15 team. I know you don't care, but to see outsiders obviously give you guys a respect and think you're one of the top programs in the country, does that feel pretty good?
Yeah, it's definitely nice to be respected, but I think one of the things that's built this program and especially this team this year is kind of having that chip on our shoulder and coming in unranked and people not really thinking too much of us. Just kind of having something to prove every single day has been huge for us.
Sam, I would assume when you were getting recruited and you saw Boise State in the top 25, that was probably cool. So maybe compare that mindset to the one that you have to have now as a player where you say, you don't really care about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's huge. It's definitely a huge tool for recruiting and everything, and getting these games on TV and playing good programs. I think it helps us out with recruiting a lot, but at the same time, it puts us up there to the point where we have to protect that, and that everyone's going to give you their best shot, and so it's really important to go into the game knowing that you're not going to have anybody taking an off game against you guys. You're going to get the best shot.
After the game on Friday, Tanner said something to the effect that maybe a couple times last year that there were a couple opponents that may have been overlooked by you guys. Your thoughts on that, and how much of it, as a captain, is it your responsibility to make sure that doesn't happen this year?
Yeah, I totally agree with what Tanner said, and also kind of talking about the rankings too, because I think in years where we've slipped up, people have kind of gotten caught up in that and being like, oh, well, if we keep doing this, we'll make it to a big bowl game at the end of the year, and start thinking forward about that stuff, when really the only thing that matters is this week. You can't get anywhere else unless you take care of this week. And as a captain, you got to really talk to the young guys and let them know that. If someone starts talking like that, you got to say, hey, why aren't you talking about Colorado State? This is what we're thinking of. And they're a really good opponent, and looking forward to getting to prepare for them this week.
How hard is that? You mentioned social media, and you guys are college students, and people are already saying, oh, they're going to go to the Cotton Bowl and all this. How hard is that for you guys at this point in the season to block all that out?
You just got to kind of laugh and take it with a grain of salt. And none of that really matters right now at all. Like I said, it's just you just have to really be mentally focused and not let all the outside chatter kind of get to you at all. Try and resist it as much as you can.
The Fiesta Bowl team coming back, excited to I think half the team's going to be back. What's that going to be like, having those guys back? And I think they're going to lead you in the Bronco Walk and stuff.
Yeah, it's just going to be huge to really get to play in front of the guys who have built this program. And everybody who has built this facility that we're in, all the stadium expansions, the new grass field, all that stuff that's came while I've been here is all from guys like that. And so to play in front of them and really honor them, it'll be really cool.
Sam, did you watch that first Fiesta Bowl game, and just kind of tell me about what you remember about the first time you maybe saw it?
Yeah, actually, I remember going on iTunes and purchasing the highlights of that game. So the only video that I had on my little iPod when I was that age was the Boise State Oklahoma highlights. So I would watch that all the time. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. At the start, you just kind of see it as, oh, the hook and ladder and the Statue of Liberty, that's awesome. But there were so many little individual plays and different efforts in there that made that game so special. And definitely being in the program, it's something that you gotta feel proud about. The legacy that was started through that game, it was pretty cool what those guys accomplished. But yeah, definitely have seen it a few times.
Did you know much about Boise State before that, or was that maybe your first real kind of experience seeing them play?
Not really. I definitely didn't know too much about Boise State until that game. Definitely put them on the map for me personally a lot.
Any influences from that time that really like stand out that like, yeah, I can do this, from the Boise State teams of the mid 2000s?
Yeah, I think it just gives you hope, and it kind of creates the culture that we have here now. Is no matter what people say about you, no matter what you are when you come into the program, you have the opportunity to take what you want from it, and I think that's huge what that team did. No one really saw them as being that good, and they came out and proved it every week, got to an undefeated season, and knocked off a really good Oklahoma team in the Fiesta Bowl, which I mean, is history.
So how many times do you think you've watched that game?
I don't even know. It's been a few times. I mean, seeing those individual clips, I've seen those a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How big of a deal is it when you walk in and see the trophies over there? And I know obviously you're part of one of them, but the two that came before you and stuff, kind of help you get the third one. The standard that's been set here, like you talked about, I mean, what's that like every day walking in and seeing those trophies over there? And how does that motivate you guys?
It definitely gives us motivation that you can kind of accomplish what you make out of your opportunity. And, it's huge getting to see that. And then, like, even the other like the SB stuff, like, just knowing that, like, you have an opportunity to do something great here is really cool, and it reinforces that a lot. And just kind of gives you a chip on your shoulder. You got to come in and work hard every day.
You looking back to New Mexico real quick. You guys obviously, when you played them here last year, you had some short fields that made it tougher against you, but also you had a lot of long plays. And in that game Friday, they only really had one against you guys. What was the difference this year for you?
I think it's all in the preparation. I mean, the coaches did an incredible job letting us know, seeing what would happen if we did get our keys wrong. And just everyone playing assignment sound football was huge. Everyone kind of came in with the same goal, respecting our opponent, knowing that, they can bust a big play. So it's imperative that we do our individual job so that the whole team can accomplish the mission.
Colorado.